Welcome to What's New with CareerForce December 5th, 2019 webinar. My name is Lisa Snyder and I am recording today's webinar. Due to technical issues, I am re-recording this webinar without the presenters in the live recording. What we're talking about today, the communications updates and what's next, new features on the website, and the Employer Navigator updates. Today's key points for the communications updates and what's next: creative job search, new PowerPoints and tools, and the reminder communication. With regards to the creative job search renaming contest, we have received 27 new submissions, so thank you all for submitting them. We have closed that contest now. We are currently reviewing our options of all the submissions and hope to have a new name designated by early 2020. If there isn't a clear front runner, we can solicit some of your feedback on selecting the final name for that. Everyone's participation in that contest is appreciated. There's a group out there that has been working with Mike Lane, Rita Beatty, and Irene Connors to refresh the content. It reflects all of the feedback and that everyone has given to this very important content, manual, and workshop. Rita has recently updated some of the PowerPoint templates for various audiences, which are posted on the staff and partner section. These PowerPoints are customizable. You can start to offer CareerForceMN.com classes that train people on how to use the tools and resources available. One of the PowerPoints is very specific on assessment tools, connections, and services available for career seekers on the platform. Both of those are great resources to be able to offer to our career seekers and employer customers. We may need to start creating some workshop designations for us to offer as part of our workshop calendars. In addition to being helpful to learn about the website, there's also an overview of resources available for career seekers. Each of these PowerPoints could also be used for other stakeholders, such as workforce boards, job fairs, and employer groups. And a reminder, we are constantly updating and refreshing the website and other material, so staying up to date with the content and having a new up-to-date presentation about it would help our field. Rita is currently working on an overview for employers of the CareerForce resources, and once that is available, she will communicate that in the weekly emails, and we will talk about that in the upcoming What's New with CareerForce webinar. As a reminder, we will continue regular communication and monthly staff and partner webinars through 2020. They are the first Thursday of every month at 10 o'clock a.m. Please forward the webinar information to anyone who wants to attend. We'll also continue with staff and partner emails every Thursday around noon. Watch for these emails as they are not all titled the same. They won't start with What's New with CareerForce. They will focus on content and other regular updates on the staff and partner only section on CareerForceMN.com. The January 2nd What's New with CareerForce webinar will focus on the staff and partner only section. Mike Lane is hoping to post all of the job service training webinars in that section, but that will depend on the bandwidth. In this section, I'll cover the CareerForceMN.com updates. There are 7 updates: enhanced styling of buttons, search term change for consistency, search engine optimization, share text, search text feature, day of the week display, and employer quick links, enhanced style, and employer quick links, and we'll cover group membership connections. This is what the enhanced styling of the buttons, bullets, and checkboxes look like. This includes enhancing focus states for hover and radio buttons, which improves accessibility. The shadow around the button circled shows a focus state of the most recent click. Next, the search term was changed to job search rather than career search. This change was in response to user experience testing requesting this term for consistency where job search is used elsewhere. The search engine has been optimized. Users can Users will experience data-rich search results when searching for events, groups, and CareerForce locations. This is a result of the search engine optimization module being enabled and utilized. A Share This option has been added. Users will see Share This text in front of the social media and email icons, as you see circled right next to the Facebook icon. Also added is the search text feature. Users will see the text in front of the magnifying glass icon so the search feature is more prominently displayed. The day of the week displayed is spelled out on the mobile screen display, as illustrated in the right image. The day is abbreviated to 3 letters on the platform as illustrated on the left image. A quick links section has been added to the employer dashboard. This makes accessing helpful links convenient. The next section will cover group connections. The roles, permissions, and considerations should be understood first. Group managers manage group memberships, edit group information, and has all of the permissions of content managers and members. For consideration, they should understand all of the services offered at the organization, have consistent access to and would be comfortable with the platform and technology. This person would be the point of contact with the CareerForce MN.com staff, and lastly, know the business process. The content manager would be someone who drafts up content. For consideration, the group manager would understand all services offered at your location and organization. An example of a content manager would be a staff person responsible for updating the community partner webpage. The last group members. Group members can view content, respond to requests, and should possess skills to handle connection requests and able to respond to connections in a timely manner with the same urgency as they would handle an email, call, or walk-in. The roles, permissions, and consideration categories are currently undergoing consideration that better reflect what is happening in the field and an understanding of the capacity to meet the current needs. This slide shows you a couple of the resources that are available in the Staff and Partner Only section. There are recorded webinars and a tip sheet. To get to them, go to the Staff and Partner Only section, scroll down to the Training Resources, and then scroll down to the Staff and Partner Group Management Instructions link to access the tip sheet. To get to the videos, click the link on the right side, the Staff and Partner Group Manager video. Moving on to the connection options and processes. Of course, we know career seekers can go to a physical location and call one. Email or the Connect with Us button are two other options. First, email. Every, every, every CareerForce location has a CareerForce email box. Anyone can send an email to this email box. A CareerForceMN.com account is not required. Anyone assigned to the CareerForce email box receives the emails. Some, some things to consider would be a business process. When is email checked? Who replies? And consistent messaging. Emails should be responded to within 24 hours. Something that might be helpful for your location is tracking emails to determine the amount of time dedicated to answering these emails and to better understand the customer's needs. CareerForce administrators do not run reports on the email inquiries. If changes need to be made to this email box, such as add or remove an assigned person, contact Minute. Moving on to the Connect with Us button. A CareerForceMN.com account is required. Connection requests are sent to the CareerForce Group Connection list. And we'll talk about that a little bit later in the training. The group manager assigns the request to a group member to handle. CareerForce administrators and group managers can run reports, for example, to view the number of requests that are open, closed, or archived. When a customer makes a request, this is what it looks like. The first screen to the left shows what the customer sees. The customer indicates a preferred method to be contacted, phone or email. There is a comment section once a connection request is submitted. They will get a pop-up message stating that the connection has been created and that they will be contacted. The customer can view the progress on their dashboard under the connections. This is a view of the group connections list referenced earlier. The process starting from the left side top row. The customer is in the first column. I blocked out the email addresses for privacy. The second column shows an unassigned group member. The third column shows the status of the request. This one is open. The next column shows the time of the request. The last column is the action column. This is where the connection is managed. The view mode shows the connection information and where group connections can make a comment. The edit mode is where the group manager assigns a group member. The status of the request can be made there. The transfer mode is where requests can be transferred to a partner or a CareerForce location. This is what the view mode looks like. The first part is general information on the customer. The bottom part is the comment section. The member indicates the method of contact. Voicemail, spoke with the customer, or received or sent an email. The bottom section is where any notes can be made on the connection. And be sure to click on the Save button. If you don't, none of the information will be saved. This is an image of the edit mode. This is where the connection is managed. The group manager assigns the request and connections can change the status. The group member completes the connection and assigns a service. The drop-down menu provides a list of services. This is where the status is changed to pending, closed, or archived. This is also where an optional comment can be made. An important action to take is clicking on the Notify Owner box. When that box is checked, the owner of the request receives an email confirming that a connection was made. This is an image of the transfer action. A group connection can transfer the request to a partner or CareerForce location. The drop-down menu lists our partners and CareerForce locations. To get to the CareerForce locations, however, you must scroll past the partners. A comment can also be made. Then click the transfer button to complete the transaction. I want to point out that the Save button in the View and the Edit actions must also be clicked to save the information as mentioned in the last slide. We received calls from field staff asking why the information wasn't saved. That is probably the main reason is because the Save button wasn't clicked. Group members will see any connections made on their dashboard, as illustrated. I don't have many connections, but as you see, connections under my connections. The last section is Employer Navigator updates. The updates include an employer overview and tools on the CareerForceMN.com and how to set up an employer profile. To start off with employer accounts and profile pages. CareerForceMN.com offers personalized tools to private, public, tribal, and nonprofit Minnesota employers. As of the end of November, there are 499 employer accounts and 82 employer profile pages. As you're working with employers and encouraging them to create an account, it's important to point out that it is important to point out that this is a new website and enhancements will continue to be implemented. They are happening all the time. These webinars are provided to give you updates. There are several resources to help employers attract and retain talent that are constantly being updated as well. There are labor market tools to help employers, customers, and staff understand ranges, occupational demand, and trends in the industry. Employers have access to resources that will help them foster a diverse, equitable, and inclusive workplace. One of the popular features is easily finding a CareerForce location by putting in a zip code or city. In the newsroom link on the upper navigational bar, employers will have access to workforce-related news and blog posts. They have access to workforce strategy consultants, regional labor market information, and disability employment specialists. One of the benefits of the CareerForceMN.com is the ability to create an account. Employers can create an account by clicking on the Sign Up link as noted. Once an account is created, employers will have access to additional features. They will see regularly updated information on how to find, develop, and retain talent under the For Employers link. As mentioned, as a reminder, please convey to employers that they need to use one of the recommended browsers so they can see and have access to all the features. This is the view of an employer dashboard. Going, going across the top row, the My Labor Market tab provides selected regional or city and statewide labor market information that consists of statewide economic highlights, CareerForce location, and regional employment trends and news. Under the first row, the, the first section an employer will see is their favorites. Any specific page that they liked will appear there. If any outreach to connections were made, such as to a CareerForce location or a partner, they will appear under My Connections. Under My Favorite organizations that an employer clicked Favorite will appear there. One of the newest features is the Quick Links section. This is a handy section that includes links to add your career fair to our calendar or attend a career fair, create and display your employer profile page, essential labor market information, and meet your regional team. Each organization with an Employer CareerForceMN.com account is invited to create a no-fee employer profile page on the site. This page tells career seekers why they want to work at their company. Future functionality leveraging these pages is in the planning stages. One of the most popular questions we receive from employers on the help desk is, how do I register to have an event? The quick links is a good place to get started. The employer account and profile request process. Step 1 is creating an employer account. The process is self-explanatory. The employer clicks on the sign up link and fills in the general information. Step 2. The employer will receive an email asking for additional information for verification purposes. Upon completion of the Tell Us More About Your Company and acceptance of the terms of use, they will move on to step 3 of the process. In step 3, the help desk reviews the information, verifies that the employer is a Minnesota company, and then sends the employer an employer profile questionnaire. Step 4, the help desk creates the profile page, posts the page to the website, and notifies the employer that the page has been created. This last slide recaps the benefits of creating an employer account. Employers can customize regional data on employment wages, occupational demand, and more. Create a profile page, see helpful blog posts and news related to their industry, get great tips and resources for attracting and developing and retaining employees, view regularly updated resources around diversity in the workplace, and they can save content. This will conclude our session for today. Should you have any specific questions, please reach out to any of the names listed. Thank you.